Hello, wonderful people. Thank you once again for joining us for this books part 2, Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. If you have not listened to part 1, we'll always encourage you to go back and listen to part 1 first and then come and connect to part 2, because part 1 gives you a foundation, that insights into what we are talking in part 2, so that you don't get lost along the way. But it is your choice. You can still go ahead to part 2, then later you can still connect to part 1 and all will be well. So in part 2, and us to begin at some of the key takeaways and conclusions that we have from this book that I have for you. And I have 10 key takeaways that I picked from the book, standout takeaways. So what is this book all about? What are some of the things that I can go home with? What are some of the lessons that I can put them into practice in my own life? So these are my key takeaways, and I want to share them with you so that maybe when you are reading the book, you can get more, or you can have a big picture of what to expect in the book. Number 1, your potential is far greater than you think. Your potential is far greater than you think. That is one of the key takeaways or conclusions that I picked from this book. This is because Goggins' story demonstrates that we all have untapped potential that is waiting to be unleashed. We all have untapped potential that is waiting to be unleashed. So his 40% rule, in that book you'll learn about the 40% rule, emphasizes that most people only access a fraction of their capabilities. Most of us don't hit our 100%. And we can embrace the 40% rule that he talks about in this book, then we can achieve massive. We can unlock the rest of the things that we've always dreamed of. We can confront our self-doubt and push ourselves past any limitations that we have as human beings. So number 1 takeaway is that your potential is far greater than you think. Never underestimate yourself. You have the potential. It's only that there are some things that in this book, Goggins talks of mental limitations. He talks of mental limitations that are really making you not achieve or even awaken that giant, that potential, that dream from inside of you. So it's all about mental limitations, and if you can overcome that, then you will realize that your potential is far much than you ever think. And David's story is a testament. It's a true story of his life. Number 2, another takeaway is that mental toughness is the foundation for success. At least according to this book, his philosophy is that we all have adversities, we all have challenges along our way, we all have those limiting beliefs, all those obstacles, mental obstacles, but the key to navigate them, the key to overcome them and achieve our potential is to become mentally tough. So mental toughness is the foundation for success. Goggins argues that mental resilience is more important than physical prowess in achieving your goals. It's not all about your willpower. It's all about your mental resilience. He emphasizes on the importance of facing your fears, embracing discomfort, and developing a relentless mindset to overcome obstacles. Number 3, pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. It's a powerful key takeaway. Pain is inevitable. Pain will always come. Life will always be uncertain. It will always bring pain, discomfort, to kick you out of your comfort zone. But suffering is your option. Pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. So when you know that uncertainties will come in life, and they will come to disrupt your comfort zone, or to disrupt you from your comfort zone, they'll come to make you, give you some pain, give you some chaos in life. If you understand that pain is inevitable, it's like change. It will always come. It will always find its time. And it will always find you wherever you are. It is inevitable in life. But the suffering part, it's a choice. It's an option. So Goggins challenges readers to reframe their perspective on pain and discomfort. He believes that embracing these challenges can be a catalyst for growth and personal development. By choosing to see hardship as an opportunity, we can develop stronger and more resilient mindset. That is why in another book by Jordan Peterson. I still mentioned this book in part 1. We still have a summary of this book, Beyond Order. Peterson encourages us to sometimes instigate chaos into our lives, sometimes instigate pain into our lives, because we might be so comfortable, we might be having so much order in our lives that we fail to recognize that uncertainties are still along the way, they're still coming. We fail to be proactive, we fail to plan for that future that is uncertain and unseen. Sometimes we'll need to instigate some pain and some chaos into our lives so that we can be alert, so that we can be creative, so that we can be innovative and always ready for anything, that any obstacle that will come along our way. Because we've said that pain is inevitable, it will always come, whether we like it or not, whether we welcome it or not. But the suffering is optional. So we can embrace and have that great mindset of embracing those pains that will come, the obstacles that will come, as catalysts for growth. So next time there's an obstacle that is coming into your life, I know you don't want to hear that, but at one point it will come. So are you mentally prepared, and are you preparing yourself to grow despite that challenge? Are you one of the ways is by personal development, reading books, being mentally prepared, growing yourself. So through those hardships, always see them as an opportunity to grow and become more stronger and more resilient. Number 4, taking responsibility in our lives is the path to empowerment. Taking responsibility in our lives is the path to empowerment. That's another key takeaway. Goggins emphasizes that the importance of personal accountability in shaping our lives. He encourages us to stop blaming any external factor and take ownership of our lives and circumstances. Stop complaining or blaming about where you were born from. Stop blaming your skin color, your parents, your locality. Stop that. Take ownership of your life. There's a quote that I saw that we always talk of we come from a poor background, or this was how our background was. It was not good, it was not inspiring, it was not encouraging. But after 30, you become the background. After 30 years, you now become the background. Now your children start talking about you. You become the background. So it's not always about blaming. For how long will you blame where you come from? For how long will you blame your parents, your mother-in-law, your father-in-law, your sisters-in-law? For how long will you blame the government? For how long? Stop blaming those external factors. Take that ownership of your life and circumstance and start afresh. This shift in mindset will always foster a sense of empowerment, and it will always allow you to take control of your destiny. So please, your life is your responsibility, not the government's. Government will not come to give you a job. A government will not come to make your life any better. It will only try to make the working environment good and conducive. But even if it does not, it's your life, and you must always take ownership of any circumstance and take your destiny to where you want it to be. Number 5, discovering your purpose unlocks your fulfillment. Discovering your purpose unlocks your fulfillment. Goggins believes that finding your purpose in life is essential for achieving true happiness and satisfaction. He encourages us to explore our passions and pursue them with unwavering commitment. Aligning our actions with our purpose creates a sense of meaning and direction in life. So purpose is the key to a life of fulfillment. Number 6, visualization is a powerful tool for achievement. Always see your success, visualize your success, have those daydreams. I said that in part 1. Daydreams are dreams, they are the real dreams. So Goggins emphasizes on the importance of vividly imagining our goals. He believes that by clearly visualizing success, we increase our motivation and focus, ultimately making our goals a reality. Number 7, continuous self-improvement is a lifelong journey, and he advocates that we should never be complacent and always strive to grow. He encourages us to embrace lifelong learning, challenge ourselves outside our comfort zones, and constantly seek new ways to improve ourselves. Number 8 is another takeaway is breaking stereotypes is possible. Goggins' story is a powerful testament to the fact that anyone can achieve their goals, regardless of their background or limitations. It challenges us to break free from those societal expectations, those narratives, those stories that we've grown knowing this is who we are because of our skin color. We cannot do this, we cannot do this. We can always challenge them and pursue our goals with unwavering determination and achieve massive success, just like David Goggins has had. Number 9, developing a growth mindset is very critical. He emphasizes that on the importance of adopting a growth mindset, believing that skills and abilities can be developed through effort and dedication. This mindset will always allow us to embrace challenges as opportunities for learning and growth, fostering resilience and adaptability. Then number 10, the last takeaway, is empowering others creates a ripple effect. Empowering others creates a ripple effect. Goggins believes that sharing our story and supporting others in their pursuits is a very powerful way to create a positive impact on the world. And by inspiring others to overcome their challenges and achieve their goals, we can collectively create a more empowered and resilient society. So those are key takeaways or conclusions that I picked from the book. Which ones has resonated with you the most? And which ones have you maybe come across from the book if you've read it before? And if you read it later, please also let us know your takeaways, probably the ones that you've not even mentioned in this in that list of 10. We'll be very, very happy and see you also share with us. Now let's go to the next section where I'll give you a quick bio of David Goggins, who he is, and also some interesting facts that you should know about him. So David Goggins is a retired United States Navy SEAL, ultramarathon runner, triathlete, public speaker, and author. He is one of the 3 people to have completed the SEAL training, Army Ranger School, and Air Force Special Tactics training. He has also completed over 60 ultramarathons, including the Birdwater 135, that is the world's hottest ultramarathon, and the Western States 100, that is one of the most challenging ultramarathons in the world. So Goggins was born in New York in 1975. He had a very, very difficult childhood, growing up in the poverty and experiencing racial discrimination. However, he overcame these challenges to become one of the toughest and most accomplished men in the world. After graduating from high school, Goggins joined the Air Force, whereby he served as a tactical air control party, a specialist directing airstrikes in support of ground troops. After 3 years in the Air Force, Goggins left to join the Navy SEALs. So SEAL training is notoriously difficult, and Goggins failed the first 2 times he tried it. However, he never gave up, and on his 3rd attempt, he finally succeeded. Goggins went on to have a successful career as a Navy SEAL, serving in Iraq and Afghanistan. After retiring from the Navy SEALs, Goggins began competing in ultramarathons. He has also become a popular public speaker, sharing his story and inspiring others to overcome their own challenges. Goggins is an author of 2 memoirs, Can't Hurt Me, now the ones that we are summarizing, and Never Finished. Never Finished is another book. So his books have been translated into over 20 languages and sold over 1 million copies. Goggins is an inspiration to millions of people around the world. He's a living example of what is possible when you refuse to give up and push yourself to the limit. So some key achievements that we've talked about includes he's a former United States Navy SEAL, he's a ultramarathon runner and endurance athlete, he's a Guinness World Record holder for pull-ups, that is 4,030 in 17 hours. Another achievement is that he is the author of the best-selling books Can't Hurt Me. This book now is also a motivational speaker and mental resilience advocate. So David Goggins continues to inspire others to push their boundaries and achieve their full potential. He's a living example of the power of the human spirit and the ability to overcome seemingly insurmountable obstacles. So some books that you can compare to this book includes, we have several books, such as Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink and Leif Babin. We have The Dichotomy of Mastery by Ryan Holiday, and Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. So, however, there are some key differences that can set Goggins' book apart. So I've talked of how many books? 3 books that we can compare to Can't Hurt Me. I've talked of Extreme Ownership, The Dichotomy of Mastery, The Man's Search for Meaning. So those books, they are on the same subject: finding your meaning, mental resilience, and achieving your best despite the challenges and the obstacles that come along the way. But we still have some key differences, of course, between this book and those other books that we've talked about. For example, Can't Hurt Me is more personal and raw than other books on the subject. Goggins shares his own story and experiences with childhood trauma, poverty, and racial discrimination, and he does not shy away from talking about the challenges he faced. This makes the book more relatable and engaging for many readers. Number 2, Goggins offers more practical advice on how to overcome challenges and achieve our goals. He provides specific strategies for mastering our mind, embracing discomfort, and developing discipline. This makes his book more useful for readers who are looking for actionable steps to improve their mental toughness. Overall, Can't Hurt Me is a book that is sure to motivate so many people to achieve their goals. It is a valuable addition to the genre of mental toughness books, and it is a sure book to appeal to a wide range of readers. So in our write-up from our website, that is vidanmaths.com/blog, then you can search in the search bar, Can't Hurt Me summary. I've given you a table of comparison between those books that I've mentioned and Can't Hurt Me. So I'll urge you to go in our website. I'll also leave a link to the write-up of this summary below the description. You can go in and get an inner dive into this summary. Well, let me now give you some book recommendations that are related to this one. Before I go to ways on how you can apply the book's knowledge into your real life, why don't I give you some book recommendations or other books that you might check out that are on the similar topic. Now, I've divided them into 3 categories. I can talk of motivational memos. So, do you need some motivational memos or memoirs? So, Born a Crime by Trevor Noah. Born a Crime by Trevor Noah, a humorous and inspiring memo about growing up during apartheid in South Africa, is one of the books. Born a Crime. Number 2, Man's Search for Meaning. We've talked about that. That's by Victor, a psychiatrist's account of his experiences in Nazi concentration camps and his philosophy of finding meaning in suffering. Another book is Unbroken by Laura Hillenbrand. Unbroken by Laura. So it's a story of Luis Zamperini, an Olympic runner who survived a plane crash at sea and endured years of torture as a Japanese prisoner of war. You have The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday, a Stoic philosophy guide to turning obstacles into opportunities. And then another book is Endurance by Alfred Lansing, a story of Ernest's epic Antarctic expedition, which ended in disaster but ultimately became a testament of human resilience. So do you need some motivational memos? I've given you several: Born a Crime, Man's Search for Meaning, Unbroken, The Obstacle is the Way, and Endurance. Do you need more self-help books, more self-improvement books? Do you need to improve yourself? Of course, this website exists, or these summaries exist for that purpose. I can just quote a few. Mindset by Carol Dweck, which explores the concept of fixed and growth mindsets and how they impact our lives. The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg, which explains the science of habit formation and how to break bad habits and build good ones. Atomic Habits by James Clear, which provides practical strategies for creating positive habits and breaking negative ones. Another self-improvement book is Daring Greatly by Brené Brown, which explores the concept of vulnerability and courage and how they are essential for living a meaningful life. Then we still have another one, Anti-Fragile: Things That Gain from Disorder by Nassim Nicholas Taleb, which explains how to benefit from chaos and uncertainty. Do you need books by Navy SEALs? Books by Navy SEALs. I have quite a number of them, 5 of them. One is Extreme Ownership, a book which is written by Joko and Leif, 2 former Navy SEALs who share their leadership principles for both military and civilian life. And the book is The Dichotomy of Leadership by Joko and Leif still. They provide lessons in leadership from both history and others' own experiences. Living with a Seal by Jesse Itzler. Living with a Seal by Jesse, a story of how entrepreneur Jesse spent a year living with and training under David Goggins. The Fear Bubble by Ant Middleton. The Fear Bubble is another book. A former British Royal Marine Commando shares his strategies for overcoming fear and achieving goals. Then we still have Never Finished. So those are quite a number of books that you can check. Remember, there are so many books that are similar to Can't Hurt Me in terms of their theme of overcoming adversity and achieving success. Each book offers its own unique perspective and insights, and they can all be valuable resources for anyone who wants to learn more about human potential and tap into their own. So I want to give you one biggest main takeaway from the book. I gave you 10 takeaways earlier on as we are beginning this part 2. So why don't I summarize this entire book in one big main takeaway? So the biggest takeaway that I took from this book, and one main lesson that I can forget the others, but this one, I should not forget this. This is the only thing that, or the one thing that I should always be remembering from this book. One thing that I can even note in my notebook, my sticker notes, and stick it in my mirror, so that I can always be looking at it every day. So the biggest takeaway from Can't Hurt Me is that your potential is boundless, but it is up to you to unlock it. Your potential is unlimited, is infinite, is boundless. Your potential is deep asleep. It is a giant that is always awaiting to be awakened. And who will awake that? It is upon you, me and you, to unlock it. So we all have potential to achieve great things, massive things in life, but it is upon us to unlock them. So David Goggins unlocked his potential. Despite the challenges and the obstacles that he faced, he unlocked his potential. And in this book Can't Hurt Me ultimately boils down to one powerful message, that your potential is far greater than you think, but it is up to you to unlock it. Your potential is far greater than you think, but it is always up to you to unlock it. This takeaway encompasses all the key themes that we explored earlier in the book and serves as a call to action for each and every one of us. We have our potential, but that potential, it is upon us. We have to take the responsibility to unlock it. We'll always have the willpower, but unless we take an action to do what? To achieve what we want. Unless we take that action, I'm telling you, we will not achieve it. We will not live our destiny as we desire. So why is this message of your potential is far greater than you think, but it's upon you to unlock it? So how is that message so important? Number one, it challenges limiting beliefs. So that message that Goggins presents in this book challenges our limiting beliefs. Many of us hold limiting beliefs about our own capabilities. And that's true. We tell ourselves that we are not good enough, we are not smart enough, or strong enough to achieve our goals. But Goggins' story shatters those beliefs by demonstrating that anyone, regardless of their background, their skin color, or their race, or any circumstance, can achieve extraordinary things. So are you such kind of a person who is always having limiting beliefs, inner critics? You always think that you are not good enough. There are some other people who are better to do what you want to do or what you are thinking to do. You think that you are not smart enough, you are not intelligent enough. Are you such kind of a person? You are not physically, emotionally, or even mentally strong enough to achieve those goals. Are you the kind of a person who is always telling himself or herself such limiting beliefs? Goggins' story is a testament that those are just stories. The good thing is that they are just stories. That is not the truth. You can overcome them and achieve extraordinary things. How? Goggins gives us the mental resilience and mental toughness techniques and strategies in this book. Number 2, why is that message that we've talked about so important? It emphasizes on the importance of personal responsibility. So the message is, let me repeat it once again, your potential is far greater than you think, but it is upon you to unlock it. So why is that message so important? It emphasizes on the importance of personal responsibility. Goggins does not believe in luck or circumstance. That one only happens in casinos and games on luck. So he believes that we all have the responsibility for our own lives and that we have the power to shape our own destinies. This message is empowering because it places the responsibility of our own success squarely in our own hands. Why is that message also important? I still have another point for you. Because it encourages action and effort. Goggins does not sugarcoat the path to success. He doesn't sugarcoat it. He does not believe in luck, as you've said, and circumstance. He emphasizes that it takes hard work, conscious hard work, dedication, and discipline to achieve your goals. However, he also believes that the rewards are worth the effort. Number 4, why is that message important? Because it offers hope and inspiration. Goggins' story is one of overcoming adversity and achieving the seemingly impossible. It is a testament to the human spirit and the power of perseverance. This message is a beacon of hope for anyone facing challenges or struggling to achieve their dreams. So unlocking your potential starts with a simple shift in mindset. That is, from believing that you are limited and to believing that you are capable of anything you set your mind to. Once you make that shift, you can begin to take the necessary steps to achieve your full potential. So you can achieve anything that you want. You have the potential, you have the capacity. But where does it begin from? It begins with a simple shift in mindset. Where? From believing that you are limited, from believing that you are not smart enough, you are not good enough, you are not intelligent enough, you do not come from a good background, the financial background of your family is not good. So from coming to that, and it's a journey. It's not a one-day event. It's a process. 2, having another now new mindset that you are capable. You are very sure. You're not just saying it, but you mean it from your heart that you can achieve anything that you want in life. If you can make that shift in mindset, I'm telling you, you can start making steps, bold steps, and people will wonder because you'll now be achieving full potential that you thought you did not have. Well, allow me end this summary and this part 2. And that at that point, there are so many things that I've not talked about because of the interest of time. You'll allow me to stop at that point. Please go into our summary, that's the write-up summary, and get an in-depth, detailed summary of this summary and anything else that we've not talked about. But in the meantime, I want to stop at that point. If you've enjoyed this summary, ensure that you let us know. Tag a friend, like, subscribe, and let's meet in our next summary together. Continue reading, evolving, and becoming better. Bye bye for now.